Let's see if you're a liar. I just told everybody, thanks for stopping by my final broadcast from Cowboys training camp. But then I had a text from Broaddus. He was like, hey.
Yeah, because you don't want to work.
I was working.
Yeah, but you didn't call me to work.
Well, I knew that you were working.
I've been working since 6 this morning this time. Been working.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That's what I do, Jeff. That's what I do.
I just finished telling everybody that I thought that Mazi Smith had his best day that I'd seen.
When the one-on-ones, did you see him in team period?
I mean, I was watching the Cowboys team defense, but when I was watching Mazi by himself, when I was actually eyes on 58, was the one-on-one and two-on-two stuff, and I thought it was his best day.
Yeah, I was doing the broadcast work for now the offensive line, the backup offensive line on one-on-one for the Cowboys was not good.
Oh no,
I take that back. Ball was okay, and BB was okay at times. If you watch on DallasCowboys.com tonight and you watch these drills or you watch the one-on-one pass rush drills for the offense, it's pretty eye-opening. It's like some of the things, I mean, some of these guys have done really, with Awesome Richards and Let's Go. And I mean, it wasn't Smith and guys like that. It was the young backup guys. And so it made you kind of like, it gave you a little pause. Because it's like technique went completely out the window for these guys today. It's like they're like, okay, we're just gonna try and battle these guys. Whereas like say Ball, BB, those guys you could kind of see some technique work, that things that they've been coached up on. But the others, it was pretty interesting work today over there for sure.
So what's your initial reaction when I say that I thought Mazi had his best day?
My initial reaction was, "What are you trying to do? Draw me off sides?" I'll talk about the kid.
No, I'm just asking.
No. You're trying to draw me off sides because I don't want to say anything bad about Mazi right now. The clips of the one-on-one pass rush drill looked like a guy, like a legitimate NFL defensive tackle, coming off the ball. Swim technique, flat back, off the. You get into team period. He gets tired. His stance gets bad. He gets worn down. And he doesn't make plays like that. And that's what's a shame, because when you see him in one-on-one pass rush drills, that's the capable player he is. That could he be. You can't tell me that the kid can't play like that and play like that all the time.
What's interesting is
you can't tell me that.
I feel like it's backwards, though. I feel like every day out here, I had seen it the other way, where the best stuff I would see from him was when it was 11 on 11. And I'm like, okay, well, he's better out there when he's not getting tore up for his technique and hand placement. And what are we doing with our arms and all this? And then I guess today he just kind of flipped the script. And it was like, okay, now we're going to look like in the isolated things.
He got tired. He got really tired today. And like and I keep bringing up Justin Rogers, and he's a rookie player. And I know Mazi's a second-year player. But, That's what's so frustrating to me about Mazi is you see things like you saw in the one-on-one drills in the pass rush. I've seen the clips. I just watched the clips. I was over on the other field doing the offense, But that's what he's capable of being. I mean, that's where you show him like, hey, you're capable of being like this. You're capable of getting off the ball. You're capable of being a guy that can control blockers and be a pass rusher in those. You could be
Brian, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor?
What?
Turn your mic around 180 degrees.
What happens? Is the blue on?
Spin it.
Oh, Talking to it now? I had it now. Oh, okay. It was wrong. I had it backwards. Oh, my bad.
Now I can turn you back down. Okay.
No, wait. Oh, wait. I'm going to turn it the right way here. Okay. God, I don't know what the problem was there. Okay. It's good.
Yep. Trying to sabotage the show. Okay. All right. Brian, trying to sabotage the final broadcast. All right. Nothing new there. Son of a bitch is always out to get me. That's fine. That's fine. Football dad's pissed at me.
Why would it be pissed? Why would it be pissed?
I don't know, Brian.
I'm not pissed. I guess I'm upset with Mazi today.
No, so before we go on the air, I have to invite Brian to the room, and he was just like, "You watch Mazi today?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "Best day I've seen him have." He was like, "You were watching 11 on 11?" And I'm like, "Well, I had eyes on him in 1-on-1 and 2-on-2, and in 11s, I kind of watched kind of the play and follow different things. And he's like, okay, all right. And I'm like, oh no, oh no, Mazi.
You know what I want the best for that kid. Who else you like today? I like Cooks. How about those deep crossing routes that he can
That's
run?
what I need you on. I need you for offense because I was over there initially.
Were you watching anything today?
Yeah, I got I watched the whole defense,
what
bro.
What the hell?
I watched the whole defense.
Okay.
You have to make choices in this world, and in this
you can
world,
move around. You can move around. You could go like I was watching. I found a spot where I could watch both practice fields from elevation.
Oh, I don't work. Wait, did you get up there?
I did what I had to do to watch.
Did you
practice.
get to the place where they told us?
I watched practice where I had to watch practice today. You just got to be better, Jeff. In the SEC,
did you go all the way?
It means more. It
and
just
then
means more. It just means more. Just means more.
They didn't let us to where we normally go every day. They shut it down.
Why did you stay on one field? Okay, go ahead and talk about your one field.
So here's why I stayed on one field. I'm going to tell you why I stayed on one field. So I walked over there, and the reason I wanted to be on the Cowboys' offense's field is because I wanted to watch Guyton.
Yeah.
And as soon as they walked out there and he wasn't out there,
yeah,
I was like, I know these guys.
Yeah.
Like I've seen plenty of Dak and Jake Ferguson and Brandon Cooks. Like I know these guys. I'm good. Let me go see the defensive guys because I want to watch these linebackers and I want to watch this secondary and I want to see Kalen Carson. And so it was just a decision on which side of the ball did I think had more things that I was interested in. And I chose defense as soon as I realized Guyton wasn't going to practice. That's all. And I already told people the number one thing that I notice every day, and it didn't change today, is we don't need to pretend that just because you've been in the league for a couple of years that you have to run with the ones. Deshaun Wright doesn't deserve to be out there with the ones. Kalen Carson does. What are we doing? Don't know. But I'm standing out there watching. They're like, all right, red zone, beep. And they're like, set hut. And Matt Stafford does what Dak Prescott does. When the ones are running against the ones, he's like, sweet, Wright's out there. Here you go, Cooks.
Yeah.
Bam, next. And I'm like, that's not fun. Throw it bland. Throw it somebody else. That's not fun. And so I'm watching, and it's like Matt Stafford goes, all right, and we're in the red zone. Guess what it's time to do in the red zone? The goal is to throw a touchdown. 25, fade, touchdown. And they're like, all right, second team. And here comes Kalen Carson jogging out.
Robinson got him in the fade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And then so then Kalen Carson and the twos jog out, and then Jimmy Garoppolo, porn star, said hi. And then he's looking, and it's like, I'm gonna throw it right here to Tutu Atwell. And Kalen Carson's like, actually, you're throwing to me, brother. Our ball. And I'm like, why? Why do we just not put the best players on the effing field? I'm exhausted of pretending that guys are better just because they've existed in the NFL. Deshaun Wright's not playing a snap at corner for this team. Why is he out there with the ones? I don't know.
Veteran.
So I watched some practice, Brian. That's what I watched.
I'm really proud of you for watching that part of practice. Yeah, I'm surprised though. But you got to move around a little bit though.
I didn't want to, Brian. I might have got bad knees. It's a long day. It's been so many days.
I'm old, and you're young, and I move around.
You also have more. You also got more hunger. You got more hunger in your heart.
I do have more hunger in my heart than you. Hey, how about? There's some. Then you didn't get to see the offense had some holes running the football.
I got to see that before I walked over because it happened early. I saw a couple for Zeke.
You're right.
Rico.
You're right about Rico. Rico's the better back here today. Rico's the better back.
Yeah,
he's a better back. Yeah. I was impressed with Adoga. I think Doga got nicked up again, but Adoga, Smith, Hoffman, pretty solid job of doing what they needed to do, running the football over off that left side. I think one time too, I need to go back and watch Hunter Lipke point of attack block too. That got him going on a run play. So yeah, it was good. It was good to see. It was good to see them. I don't know how good the Rams are, but they're an NFL team. They're a team that's playoff team, right? Kind of a playoff team.
Were they just a playoff team? Do I know anything about football? Were they just in the playoffs? They were playoffs, right?
Yeah, they were playoffs. Oh.
Yeah.
So to me, that's kind of where I'm looking at that now. They don't have Aaron Donald anymore, but the way that Dallas was able to kind of come off the ball a couple different times, man, I thought Ferguson was good today. I thought Cooks was good today. I like to see Flournoy made the play with Lance throwing the ball over the top. I like that one along the sidelines. The defense, man, these linebackers, Overshown having to carry routes. That was a good. Kendricks running around is a good. Micah, they move him around, and they really didn't have. I mean, there were a couple times. Officials need to blow the whistle when there's going to be a sack, because what happens, there's going to be a sack, and then they let the guy throw the ball, and everybody's cheering and yelling but yeah, the quarterback's dead back here, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I thought about punching a Rams fan today, but then I remembered I'm not a violent person.
Not a violent person. But I thought they got some really good work today. I was happy they did this, because I think it's going to give them some tape. That's going to give them some tape that they could say, okay, well, you're so used to playing routes against guys you work against every day, and you're kind of maybe, okay, I know what this guy's going to do. But when you're running, when you're Jordan Lewis trying to cover Cooper Kupp, it's a little bit different animal there, but it makes him better. Or trying to cover Tutu Atwell or somebody like that. So good deal right there. Or trying Williams, that running back, trying to stop him.
Yeah, I think this could be a really, really good Cowboys defense, because you are covering Cooper Kupp, and you are playing Matt Stafford, and even when they were doing what they call the move the ball period or whatever, they do every down, first, second, third, fourth, just we're going. And it seemed like every time they got the Rams to a third or a fourth down, and it was first team, third and 8, guess what? They got 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Fourth down, they didn't get a first.
Didn't get a first, yeah.
This team, there were times where, I guess now that you mentioned when we were asking about Mazi earlier, there were absolutely times where the Rams were able to run the ball up the middle. Yeah. There were absolutely times where there were holes. But there were also times where this linebacker group, and it didn't even matter which ones were out there. Like Kendricks made a play, Overshown made a play, Leofau blew a dude up. Every single one of them makes plays that involve moving fast, seeing fast, and hitting hard.
Yeah.
And I think it is going to be night and day from that linebacker group a year ago.
I totally agree. I mean, they totally misevaluated what they had at linebacker. Totally misevaluated that last year. And then, all of a sudden guys get hurt, and then they don't have enough bodies. They weren't going to let that happen again this year. They were not going to let that happen. So, good for them. And I was screaming about, the drafting Leofau. I'm thinking, how about a running back here? How about, I was thinking of 1,000 different positions other than drafting a linebacker there, but they seem like they had the right plans for adding Kendricks, Leofau, Overshown coming back, and then they've kind of found Clark. They found a way to coach Clark up enough to where, he's calling plays. He's the green dot guy. Zimmer talks to him. And
is he the green dot guy when Kendricks isn't?
Yeah.
Because when he's out there with
I noticed in practice. Yeah, I noticed in his practice. Yeah, when he has somebody that can kind of, that can kind of maybe get him a little bit lined up.
When he's playing the will is when he's probably at his best.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I also think it's interesting how many linebackers they keep trying to bring in, because
I don't know why they're doing that.
Right, because I think that Buddy and Harvey, and Wilson, I don't think you're going to have a guy who's just going to walk in here and be better than the depth guys that you have.
Yeah, you mentioned Buddy Johnson is the kid's name, and I kind of feel like, though, I think
Buddy's on every special team too. By the way,
he is. There's Brock Magnuson, I think is how you say his. I'll get his name right.
He's the guy that looks like us.
Yeah, 59. And he guy hustles. Yeah, guys, he's where he needs to be. There's a lot of things to kind of like about him. Is he probably a practice squad guy? Sure, probably is. But I think overall, from top to bottom, they've kind of figured out this group. They've figured out these linebackers, and I think with the way the scheme is being played, it's going to benefit for them for sure.
Vance said, Jeff says Mike McCarthy's a better coach than give it credit for. Is it because people are too focused on schemes and not enough on the other important things? I don't know. Brian, why do people who don't like Mike McCarthy think that he's not a good head coach?
Because jackasses like me are calling him lazy and doesn't care and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, you know, you
want to take it back now that you guys are besties?
No, we're represented by the same agent.
Yeah. I just think listening to him talk about the data and like the GPS and you know, if we're not good on third down and we're doing 25% of our thing on third down, we're going to do 45% next week. And like, he gets it.
I give him credit for this because I didn't think he was capable of this, but I'll give him credit for this. And I'll admit when I'm wrong, but he is trying to make this a tougher football team. He's trying. He's trying by the way they practice an extra 30 minutes. Maybe Mike McCarthy of old would not have worked against the Los Angeles Rams. He wouldn't have done that. He learned something about his football team today. Maybe somebody in the coaching staff said, maybe Mike Zimmer or somebody said, hey, yeah, let's work against these guys. We'll learn. We'll get better. It'll break up the monotony. You know, maybe Jared Stevens said, hey, if you could bring the Rams on over, that'd be nice. You know, it'd be good for everybody to kind of.
Obviously, it'd be good for attendance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I give Mike credit, and there's a lot of times where I haven't given. I think Mike is a really good coach. I don't know what happens to Mike in the playoffs in Green Bay. I mean, he had some bad losses. He had some bad losses. NFC Championship games that were bad losses.
Well, the Cowboys playoff game this last year was embarrassing. Like, I feel like that was almost like he came out playing and coaching puckered up.
I think he's 11-10 lifetime or 10-11 lifetime in playoffs. I think I could be wrong about that. Probably am. Yeah. But to me, he's trying to make his team tougher by these practices, by the way they work. The mojo moments are goal line periods, you know, generally short yardage periods.
I love the mojo moment because I know some people think it's stupid, so I love it.
Well, the whole
time for a mojo moment.
Yeah. Well, the players, you can see the players are like, they used to kind of be a surprise thing, and now they walk to where they know it's going to be.
I didn't like that. I saw that too. What was it, yesterday? We saw them all walking over to the goal line. They all walked to the goal, and they got there before the sounder hit. And I'm like, they know what the mojo moment's going to be.
Yeah, it used to be kind of a surprise thing. It used to be a surprise, and now it's not so much a surprise anymore. But I will give Mike credit. I like the way he's practicing his team. I think when you watch them, that there is some toughness that is being developed, and I think it's allowing guys who might not have a chance to make this team because they're getting reps and they're showing up, and he's getting his quarterback ready, he's getting his tight end ready, I wish the young tackle would be healthy enough to practice. He's just not ready yet. You know, I mean, this chest.
He's been sucking wind since he was.
Yeah. It's been tough. But I'll give Mike credit for that. But like I said, there were times where I felt like that Mike was kind of coasting a little bit. Maybe not being under contract for next year. You know, maybe it's like, okay, I need to do something different here. And I believe he has. Is Dak hurting CD right now? Is in the super chat. Oh, because he's playing good football. No, they know damn well they need CD Lamb.
Dak's having a wonderful camp, but you need CD Lamb, and they know.
Yeah, that. It's so funny that Vach and I were talking about this earlier. He basically asked me the same question. He's like, "Hey, what are you thinking about with CD? What do you do?" You know, and I'm like,
stop it.
He did. He knew what he was. I'm like, man. Don't even go there. You need CD Lamb out here. If you could get CD Lamb, and what we've learned now is CD Lamb, Cooks, Ferguson, Tolbert. You know, this.
Cropper's the best receiver. He needs to be out there all the time.
I think Cropper's done a damn good job.
I hope he makes the team. He can play.
I do too. It'll be interesting how they keep the numbers. I always say, "Oh, it'll be interesting. Always interesting."
Oh, is that your crutch? Is that your?
There's a lot of crutches I have. There's a
McCarthy's
lot of
McCarthy's is it like a lot of things, or just like everything else, just like everything, or just like anything?
I hear myself do these shows, these podcasts,
definitely.
and I don't know how people listen to me talk.
I can't believe you listen back. I hate. Like I did the dumb zone yesterday, and they put the headphones on me, and I had to tell Rob, their engineer guy, I was like, "Can you turn down my headphones? I don't ever want to hear my voice ever."
Yeah. I listen every day to what we do, just to make sure. Well, just to make sure that that I do that. I say that a lot. You know when you know.
Obviously,
but the I think that to me, they got something out of today. They got something out of today. And there was a time where Mike McCarthy, he said at the podium, he goes, "Hey, we're a good defense, we're good offense. You don't think we get good work against each other?" Yeah, you do. But it also helps to try and cover Cooper Kupp and let Matthew Stafford try and carve you up a little bit. That helps you. And watch that Williams guy run the football. That'll help you a little bit.
That little son of a biscuit is slippery.
Oh, God.
Well, I love the tiny running back. It's hard to deal with little people. Justin, brought us a beer for me for being a real one and admitting when he's wrong.
I'm always going to admit when I'm wrong, which that's the thing about it. I found myself admitting I'm wrong a lot, which means I probably need to be doing something else.
Yeah, I would just try to be right more. Have you ever thought about that?
I don't know.
Justin added another $5 to it because the brought us a beer fund because he was informed that $5 doesn't get you a beer a lot of places by somebody.
But it'll get you an ice cream cone, which I really enjoy. I enjoy an ice cream cone.
God, I love ice cream. I forgot how much I love ice cream until this trip.
That ice cream was so good. It's funny how the older you get, the more you appreciate ice cream.
I love
like as a little kid, you're like, "Oh, I like ice cream," and then you kind of go through life, and then you're like, "Damn, ice cream is good," especially after a meal.
So good, especially if they have a waffle cone.
Ooh, real quick, Jeff. I know we got time. We got a lot of time.
I can power rank the cones.
How about though we went into the Ben and Jerry place? They fake you out with the, "Hey, look over here. We have a homemade cone maker."
Yeah, and then they didn't have any cones.
And it's kind of like going. Remember, we used to go to like Jack in the Box or McDonald's, and you order a shake, and the shake machine was always getting cleaned.
Oh, McDonald's was famous for that. Yeah, the ice cream machine's broken. Yeah,
it's broken, or it's always getting cleaned. I'm sorry, it's getting cleaned right now.
Yeah,
I really need this shake at 4:20 in the morning, please. Make this shake for me, please.
I was wondering if that's just because I dip and I drink water between dips, and if I drink too much water, but is it just a thing that as I get older, I'm gonna have to wake up to pee every night?
It happens
because I wake up to go to the bathroom every night at 3 or 4, and I am done. I'm tired.
It is. It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it happens.
It's just what life's gonna be.
Yeah, and that part of it sucks, but at least we're all still here, right?
I guess
that was too deep. That was way too deep. That's the end of a long day for this guy right here. End of a long
day.
Hey Jeff, can I say this real quick? Thanks for having me on all these times while you were here at camp. Appreciate you, man.
You're welcome. Thanks for being a football dad.
You're one of the good ones. And when you get back to Dallas, look me up because I'm still out here for today's the 8th. I'm still here to the 21st.
Oh, so, I'll definitely use you for content to make money and get views.
So people, like I say, make sure I think the stuff might be posted. I'm pubbing up DallasCowboys.com here. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not.
Whatever.
But they have the training camp lives, and hopefully they're going to post them all tonight. So check it out, and you can see what I was talking about in some of those areas.
All right, kicking ass. Bryan Broaddus of 105.3 The Fan and DallasCowboys.com and Fridays with Voch and Thursdays with Jeff and Love the Star and Brian does everything. Love you, Brian.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a safe trip home. Talk to you soon.
Now I'm done at camp. I'm going to Hellman's house. I'm getting half drunk. I'm going to bed. I'm waking up, getting on an airplane. Remember, you have no idea how tired we are. So be cool to everyone. Love you. Be easy.